Get well cards sit on the mantle at Brian and Stacy Gooden's house.
His heart stopped. He died.
Brian was at a Middle Valley auto repair shop because his son's car was having some problems, so Brian walked a quarter of a mile to his family's house to borrow their truck.
The last thing I remember is crossing Crabtree there at the church and getting into that church parking lot, and that was it. I don't remember falling or any pain.
Walked through my living room and I could see two police officers pulling in the driveway.
I didn't feel bad that day, had no chest pain, and the next thing I know, I woke up 3 or 4 days later, three days later in the hospital, ICU, drugged up pretty good, and it was a few days until they told me what had happened.
Laying in a field, unconscious, call takers initiating CPR on cycle 4, Dallas Band Sheriff's Office responding.
Went to the door and they told me that there had been a medical emergency and that Brian was being transported to downtown Erlanger.
Brian spent 4 days in the ICU at Erlanger. Doctors said he'd been unconscious and not breathing for 20 minutes.
Another minute or so, and I wouldn't have made it.
And in those moments, a car drove by. The driver noticed Brian in the field, stopped, got out of the car, and started CPR. Help arrived, and that car drove away.
I just wanted to know who had stopped, who had saved his life.
That night, a post on social media helped answer that question. It said in part, "I don't know his name. I don't know where he lives. Nothing. Is this someone's loved one? I just want to know he's okay. My heart has hurt for this man."
I reached out to her the next day and I said, "Are you the Hannah that saved the man on Crabtree Road?" And she said, "Yes, ma'am. Please tell me you know him."
Stacy, Brian, and Hannah finally met at Erlanger.
There were lots of hugs, but just, I mean, if it weren't for her, if he had been there any longer, he wouldn't be here today.
It's still sore. It's still sore weeks later right here, and the cardiologist said it was more than likely from her chest compressions.
And if I could give her the moon, I would, but I want all the recognition that I can give her. I mean, there's never enough for what she's given to me and my family.
The Goodens walk into the salon where Hannah works to pay it forward.
Gosh, how are you? Good.
A big hug for Stacy, a bigger hug for Brian.
Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm gonna cry again.
On behalf of News Channel 9 and the McMahon Law Firm, I'm here to pay it forward to you today. What you did for me and my family, it's just more than anybody could ever ask for. My husband is here because of you. Their dad is here because of you. You didn't have to stop that day, but you did. And I'm forever grateful God put you in our paths that day. So, I have to count this out. My hands are shaking, so. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you did not have
you.
to do that.
No, you deserve that and so much more. Thank you.
Literally don't even think I put the car in park. I just jumped out, ran over there to him, and my boyfriend called 911, and they walked me through how to do CPR because he was not breathing. It was very scary, to say the least. Felt like I knew him from the moment I laid eyes on him when he was in the field, and it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy how it happened, but I'm super blessed and glad that I got to help him and that he gets to be here with his family and his kids and gets to live his normal life now.
I would not have made it if it weren't for Hannah.
Thanks for watching News Channel 9, and for more great local coverage, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. News Channel 9, depend on us.